basic statistics that I saw about therapy not being commonized or not being normalized is that most of the people can't afford it, or they cannot handle proper treatment, or maybe they do not know about the services. So these are two of the visual statistics that were found out for the reason why therapy is not normalized. And now my business idea is that we help young adults to protect their emotional health by providing therapy. Where over here, like people who suffer through trust issues or they do not prefer talking to humans, they can go and talk to their specialized bots, and they can feel like they're talking to a friend. So basic need, like our basic motto is to normalize therapy and make people understand about their emotional and physical health. I guess now our target audience is young adults, which is from the age of 13 to the age of 24. The main reason for our target audience is that many of the parents they do not allow their kids to go to therapy, or they think that therapy is a waste of money. So these young adults can try out our TheraPoint and see what therapy is. Our key business activities is that we take a therapist supervision and collaboration for bot development and programming. We then make sure that your data security and privacy are kept secured, and the customer support and assistant helps us in building our app better. Our key obstacles are the ethical concerns, user education, such as if the person is not fluent in any language, such as English, or maybe the interaction with the bot therapist. That is a very common question that people are scared if the bot would, leak out their um, conversations and secrets. So these are one of our obstacles. Then our revenue streams, we get money from the subscription and the two different therapies. So there are three different subscription plans in here, and two different therapies which you have to pay for, such as the couple therapy and the friend therapy. In the couple and friend therapy, you choose either you talk to a bot therapist or to a human therapist. And then in the subscriptions, you have three different plans, and then they have three different advantages to it.
Moment, 20 seconds left.
And this is how our hello.
Yeah. Continue.
These are the three therapies that, two different therapies that I was talking about in the subscription. This is how it looks like in the website. And then what makes us different is that when you feel like your social contact, like you're done with human interaction for today, you can come up, you can open our website and talk to our designated therapist bots. They would talk to you, but feel like you're talking to a friend and not a therapist. And one thing that would be sure is that the bot would never come out to be rude, and the answers would be on the spot and not pre-installed. Then why us? We make sure that there is human support. The question is, and they help us by the question and the I'm sorry, can I just a second? The question, what makes us different and why us is that our bots they help our bots they're being supervised by the therapist, and there's human support such as continuous answers and reporting back, so that it makes us different. I guess I'm done for this, and thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, Bhumi, can you hear me? This is Deepak, this side. Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so good, very interesting. I have just two questions to you. First is, you said the challenge, because today only in the morning I was reading one of the article where, talking to a bot and sharing your personal things, data privacy. How do you make sure that, it is not creating any challenge in, because you're trying to provide an emotional support to individual, means whether I should talk to a machine and open up my problems to them. How do you make sure that you cover this point pretty well?
Okay. Yeah. So when you're talking to a bot, the first thing before starting the conversation is that you will go through a page where it would ask you if you would want to erase all of your conversations, or you would like to keep it back as a backup. So if you choose as a backup, then we'll make sure that your conversations are secured. But if you want to delete them, then as soon as your conversations, as soon as you stop using the website, your all the conversations and all the secrets, they would be deleted, so there would be nothing left in it.
Okay, Bobby, because this is very important for any counseling session for this data privacy thing. Second, my point is, what's your product name? You will call it what, Siri or something, or Bombi Siri?
No, for the time being, it's being TheraPoint's assistant, but I'm still looking for a better catchy name.
Okay, and the thing which you said is this bot is ultimately depending on some back-end counselor, a senior counselor. You said that in one of your slide where he will check and he may revive bot with some more ideas and thoughts. So how do you mature your product? What's your idea behind that?
Sir, my bot would use deep thinking and deep analyzing, as in like it would go through some of the previous videos between a human counselor and its the ones that are already available on the internet, so that it would go through it, understand it, and then the therapist would be as a supervisor to understand when there would be demos going on between the bot therapist and a demo customer. The human therapist would be there as a supervisor who would check if the answers are correct or not.
Okay.
Hi, Bhumi. Is my voice audible? Is it audible? No.
You need to shall come closer. I think we are using mic of this system or
No, no, this one.
this system.
Sir, I don't think so. You're audible.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, hi, Bhumi. Great idea. This is one space that I really work on, and I'm also helping a lot of teenagers and students to develop their emotional quotient. Just to confirm, is your
Yes, sir.
bot support is a chat-based system or it's an interaction or video system?
No, sir. It's a chat based.
Okay. And tell me one thing. There are a lot of chat technologies being commonizing in this era, wherein people are using chat to, for their basic needs also, transactions also. How do you feel that just over text somebody can share their emotions?
Of course, it's not easy to share it through text, but then I believe that in this generation, people prefer texting over calling. They feel more secured when they talk through text, because they know that you cannot see the other person's face or their voice through, so you cannot hear their judgment. So I believe that people would be more going towards their texting than towards calling.
Okay. And also, are you trying to induce any activities, any triggers which will help them to open up better?
I believe so. In the app, in the website, I've put in a whisper section. Over there, you can. It's something like you can talk about anything you want worldwide through the collaborations you have, and I guess the use of art and book therapy is also there. You can upload out the art that you're doing, and I guess the all the networks that are there worldwide, or maybe within the supported area, people can talk through it. They can talk about their art pieces, or they can talk about the books that they have read. So I guess this would help people open up a bit towards the app.
Okay. My question again remains the same. So, what if, for example, somebody wants to just send a voice note and then that voice note can be recognized and some inputs can be given, or you talked about the couple therapy, right? So, even
Yes.
in a couple, two individuals might have very different school of thoughts and they are not comfortable with each other. So, how can you maintain that privacy and yet that safe space for both of them?
Okay, so in the couples therapy, when you open the website, there's an option of book now. So over there, when you start booking your therapy session, you also get an option to book between a human therapist and a bot therapist. So if you're doing it with a human therapist, you would get an online link and you would go through it online. But if you're doing with a bot, the two individuals going in the couple therapy will get an option of to chat with two different devices with the bot. So they both and the bot would be there together, having a conversation.
Okay.
So I think so. Even if it's something different, even if their opinions are different, I guess the bot would be able to handle it. After all, it's something that we're trying to put in.
Great. Any competitor that you know right now doing the same thing?
No.
Okay, so I'll suggest you one startup confession box. Check out their Instagram page.
Yes.
They don't have a bot system, but they have that community and that therapy system where you can reach out to them and be anonymous. Okay, so confession box
Okay.
on Instagram. You will get a lot of inspiration. Yeah, and all the best.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I'll also help you get
Thank
some
you.
parents' input. So first of all, my question would be, how many of you think that if you had got something like this in your childhood, it would be beneficial for you? It would have been beneficial for you.
At least me.
Yes.
So we have at least 50% of parents agree to this. And how many of do you think that you would allow your child to use this kind of thing for their mental well-being?
Definitely.
Okay, we have 30% parents agreeing to this one. So you do have a lot more awareness to create about your product, and we do have one of the teenagers who can ask some question.
Hi, Bhumi, Riya this side. I'm a student of psychotherapy and counseling, and I have two questions. The first one is, you said that your product would enable your clients to tell them what they're feeling through text. So the basic of counseling starts with rapport formation. So what if the client itself is doesn't know how to put his emotions into words, and most basic of counseling is also reading body language, also understanding that their facial expressions, because
That's what I think.
Yes.
He was talking that video should be
Yes.
analyzed.
Because
Yeah.
it's very important.
Uh-huh.
You're very right.
And this technology helps, Bhumi, you should tell Bhumi that yes, now the technology is available to analyze video.
yeah, that, and also does your bot will also be specializing in other therapies like CBT, like psychotherapy, and
Teaching got ended, I think.
Maybe some issue.
It's okay.
It's okay, I think, na? We
I
can,
think the video will be easily paused.
Again.
can I have the sheets
Yes.
from the judges?